Let's talk about the wood gasification boiler, and how it removes or absorbs all the energy that we can out of each piece of wood. The firebox is located in the top of the wood gun, and that is our storage, or our hopper, you could call it, because it does not burn this complete chamber at one time. It only burns wood on the bottom side of this hopper. So the wood that's laying on this hearth, or on the bottom, is what is consuming and what is gasifying and releasing its gas into a high temperature combustion area below the firebox. So we have an environment that we create in this wood gun that will allow the wood to burn extreme high efficiency, or when there is no heat needed, it shuts down. So you have zero energy loss during off cycle, just like an oil burner or a gas burner. And how do we do that? One of the key factors of doing that is to not allow any oxygen into that firebox during off cycle. So you can see there is high temperature silicone on the door seals. We have a machined edge on our stainless steel door frame. And our air intake is also made out of the same process. High temperature rubber, stainless steel machine part, that when the boiler says, I'm satisfied, the house doesn't need any more heat, the boiler then shuts off completely. Now, where does that energy go? Well, we just store that energy in this firebox, and we don't allow that gas or energy to move beyond the firebox. So it can sit there up to 4 hours without the demand on the system. It can set dormant for 4 hours and have the ability to reignite once the demand comes back in play. Let's look at the heat exchanger and the high temperature refractory area where all the efficiency happens. These tunnels are where the wood gas and the smoke travels from the firebox into this area. From the refractory high temperature area, we move the exhaust and fly ash to our heat exchanger. In our heat exchanger, we remove all the energy heat into the water. We're leaving the refractory at 1800 degrees, and once that exhaust goes through the heat exchanger, we're only seeing around 300 and maximum temperature of 380 degrees going to the flue, which is just remarkable. Part of that key of removing the energy is the fly ash scrubs the heat exchanger, keeps the heat exchanger clean, so we can have the same efficiency from the first day of the season to the last day of the season. Cyclone ash separator absorbs and collects all the fly ash and drops it into our ash pan. So cleaning the boiler is very easy. We have the ash pan to clean the ash from the cyclone, and we have a little residue left in the refractory tunnels, so you have an easy clean out plug, so we can remove the ash out of the small tube here in the center. So it's very minimal cleaning. We eliminate creosote, so you don't have to worry about creosote in the chimney or chimney fire. Let's talk about the maintenance on the wood gun. I was mentioning to you that how well the ash cleans the heat exchanger. But we want you to look in that heat exchanger once a year to make sure that it is doing its job. There are 4 small nuts to remove that heat exchanger fan by looking to see if there's any debris. In a quick view, maybe a quick cleaning, assembling those 4 nuts back on, assuring the fan assembly is secure. And that is your maintenance every year. So you'll find that with our product line, you will find that you will have a most efficient unit available with the least amount of work. Our wood gasification boilers are designed for an interior use. So we ask for this product to be in a basement or in a garage, or even in an outbuilding that could heat multiple buildings by moving hot water. We have several options as backups. We have electric. We also have oil and gas backup. You can see here how we have included an oil burner on the side of our wood gun, and we have a firing chamber located on the outside of our boiler using the same heat exchanger as our wood, and we're using the same technology of scrubbing and retracting all that energy in our heat exchanger. So just to give you a understanding of how efficient our heat exchanger is, firing in oil, we can be just as efficient as the most efficient oil burner on the market today. In a combination wood and oil or wood and gas, that is very uncommon. And I should say it's unheard of today to have the same efficiency on an oil backup as the most efficient oil only boiler that's on the market today. Sizes of the wood gun goes from 100,000 clear to nearly 1 million BTUs. So whether you're going to be heating your home, whether you're going to be heating a large factory or a greenhouse, we have you covered. Several benefits that we've done over the years on our wood gun is we realized that since the wood burns upside down in our wood chamber, we can put particle fuel feed in the firebox and run the same as logwood. What do I mean by particle fuel feed? Sawdust, wood chips, wood shavings is what we refer to particle fuel feed. So we can auger that material into this firebox and it burns very efficiently. It uses the same process, same refractory, same heat exchanger, same cyclone. But instead of using a logwood that you would be loading every 8 or 10 hours, we can automate a system that we can auger the particle fuel feed and deliver into this firebox and be more hands-off. The particle fuel feed we find works well in greenhouses and wood mills that have that product available every day. And so why not use it for heating your home, heating your business, heating your greenhouse, if you have that product and throwing it away or giving it away. So it's another way of taking alternative fuel and creating energy and using it for your benefit. The wood gasification boilers are sized for your home. And what I'm saying is we try to make the boiler size to your heating demands. We don't want to allow you to be married or to be chained to a wood burning device, meaning that if a customer is filling this every 2.5 hours just to heat your home, that is not our object. That is not what we're wanting to see. So we created different sizes of wood guns to meet different sizes of homes. And our objective is getting 8 to 10 hour burn times. So with your demand, we can work with you in sizing the wood gun properly.